Hey guys, it's Mario, the founder of WKTL, and I'm here to talk to you guys about how hard is knife throwing. Short answer, it's actually kind of hard, unless you watch some of these basic beginner tips that's going to help you out. First, you got to make sure you have the right tools. Make sure you have knives that are big enough. Right now I'm holding WKTL certified Toro knives. Now, the reason large knives help is when you have the smaller knives, they fling around side to side and you get nasty ricochets and they're much more difficult to control. With bigger knives, they're much more easier to control. Let me show you what I mean. For starters, one rotation means that you're throwing at the 10-foot mark. Now, traditionally, I like to throw, and most knife throwers in WKTL like to maintain the same throw that they use in axe throwing in knife throwing as well. So if I were to do that, I would lightly flick, but that would cause an over rotation. The one rotation mark is from a minimum of 10 feet. All I'm gonna do to make sure I rotate it perfectly is increase the speed. So I'm gonna bring it back, and I'm actually going to throw it a bit harder than I did the first time around. So even though I'm doing the exact same throw as I would with axe throwing, as I would with knife throwing, I'm just increasing the speed to make sure the knife rotates fast enough in order for it to hit the board and not over rotate. Point number two, the thing that makes knife throwing hard is you're sticking it in what point? You might be able to stick it at a bit of an angle, but you have very little distance to be able to stick the knife in to the board, as opposed to sticking an axe, which you're tossing, weighs a lot, and you have a 4-inch blade cover. Here, you have less than a 1/4 inch to basically stick the knife. So you have to be wildly accurate. The key to it all is to make sure that you practice from a single distance. Once you have the one rotation down, then move to the 2 rotation distance. The third thing that makes knife throwing difficult is you have to stack the knives in WKTL, meaning you have to throw 3, then retrieve, then throw 2. So there's strategy involved. So I'm gonna show you some quick examples of what I mean. So I've done my first throw. It's right in the middle. Unfortunately for me, I slightly over rotated, meaning it's blocking off the bullseye. I'm actually going to move to the side to get it at a different angle. So when I throw the second knife, I'm trying to go around the first knife and not go directly. Unfortunately, that one under rotated, so now I'm gonna try it actually from the same side. And I was able to get close to the bullseye, but not quite hit it. That's one of the challenges that you have with knife throwing, is the stacking of the knives. It becomes more and more increasingly difficult. Finally, we have the 2 rotation distance. I suggest that you do not move to 2 rotation until you first learn how to consistently stick from the 1 rotation distance. Finally, if you want to get more tips and more advanced throwing techniques, please make sure you subscribe, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and we're gonna put out details on how some of the top throwers all over the world throw their knives, hold their knives, and how they rotate it. So for more advanced tips, please make sure you follow us. Thanks for watching, everyone.